What is going on, boys and girls? My name is Orb, and welcome to another Black Ops 2 gameplay commentary here on the channel. And today we're going to talk about score streaks. We're going to discuss and compare, and yeah, I'm going to give you some of my tips when it comes to using score streaks, and sort of what to think about when you're gonna pick the score streaks. And this is a really good game. This is 122 kills to a measly 6 deaths, and in the beginning I pretty much run and die 4 times in a row, and I've cut out those, so you got pretty much what you got in store here. What you're watching is pretty much me getting 120 kills almost in a row. I do believe I die somewhere in the middle, probably once or twice, but yeah, really good gameplay. It could have been like 150 probably if you consider me forgetting to use one of my load stars, as well as them shooting down one of my load stars pretty quickly, and also that we end the game pretty prematurely if you look at the domination points. Or demolition point. Is it domination? Yeah, it's domination. The domination points. So this could have been like 150, but hey, what could have been, right? You could always imagine what could have been. But yeah, as I said, we're gonna talk about score streak this game. If you're wondering about the best score streaks for leveling up, I actually did a video about that with Mr. Uber Elite, Mr. Uber Clips. We're gonna do a video series of 3 videos where we talk about how to rank up the quickest in Black Ops 2, and the first video is already uploaded and done. If you missed that for some reason, it's gonna be an annotation, and also it's gonna be in the description below, where we break down the best class to rank up as well as the score streaks. So since we're gonna talk about the score streaks, if you're wondering about ranking up, already done the video on that, so you can check that out if you feel like it. But yeah, let's jump into all the good stuff. So in this game, as you can see in your bottom right, we're using the orbital VSAT, my kill streak of course, or score streak rather, using the load star, and also using the dogs. And this is one of those setups that you will get a lot of kills. Like as soon as you get your orbital, I said this before in the previous commentary, and a lot of you gave me shit for that. I actually said that, you know, if you die when you have an orbital up, you have no excuse to you can't throw any excuse, well, apart from like a random nade or something. If you die in a gun battle with somebody when you have an orbital up, then, you know, it's on you, buddy. It's on you. And actually, when I mentioned that in my previous commentary, I actually died while I had the orbital up, and people were like, but Orb, you said that, look, it's funny because you died. That was not really the point. The point was that you have no excuse. I mean, you can still die. I mean, you can still be unlucky and whatnot, but you have no real excuse. Like, okay, you lost the gun battle. Well, that's on me. I can't really blame anything else. I had an orbital up. I knew exactly where he was, but still couldn't kill him. So no excuses if you have the orbital up. And something I feel about the orbital, which I believe is like the best starter score streak for when it comes to, if you want to rank up, like, or not rank up, if you want to get a high scoring game, having the orbital as your first score streak, that will make you get whatever score streaks you have above that, whether it be the low star, the dogs, the swarm, the VTOL gunship. Doesn't even matter, because when you get the orbital, it should be pretty easy for you to get those last points needed to get the next couple of score streaks. So that would be my first tip to you guys. Definitely utilize the orbital, because it is just so good. And I'm not saying that because it has orb in it. I'm not saying it because it's my, you know, score streak. I'm saying it because it's really good and really effective. So that would be my first tip to you guys. Another thing I want to mention is you want to use your score streaks, and that sounds kind of obvious, and I just want to press on the point that you want to use them in the right order. In the order that you have them in, you should use them in that order. And let me explain, because that was kind of vague. So as I said in the start of this commentary, I actually lost a load star, or I forgot to use one. And yeah, it's exactly what it means. I had a load star and I did not use it. So what happened was, when I was gonna use my first load star, I believe it was my first, may have been the second load star, doesn't really matter. Pretty much, I was gonna use it, but I unlocked dogs so quickly after. So when I pressed my score streak key, I thought it was on the load star, it was on the dogs, and as soon as the dogs started going crazy, I started getting a whole lot of kills, and I didn't want to pull up my load star while my dogs were out and running, because I'm kind of stealing kills for myself. I'm kind of limiting the dogs from doing maximum amount of damage, and that's also a pro tip for you guys. Definitely let each kill streak have their turn. So if you unlock the orbital, don't use your next kill streak until the orbital is complete and done with, until you've used you know, the entire duration of the orbital, because if you use the lodestar where you still have an orbital up, you're kind of just, as I said, stealing kills from yourself, or, you know, limiting the amount of kills you could have gotten, and kind of just decreasing that number. So I would definitely say, you know, let each kill streak do their own thing while it's still active, and yeah, use them in the right order. So if you have a lodestar and then dogs, use the lodestar before the dogs, in order to not get so many kills that you will actually lose the second lodestar. For instance, if you have, if you're kind of creeping up on the next lodestar, and you're like, oh shit, I have to use my first lodestar, you use the first lodestar, and you get as many kills as you need for the next lodestar. You cannot get another lodestar while you're still in a lodestar, if that makes any sense. So that's when I knew that, oh, it was gone. People kept telling me, oh, why didn't you just call in the second lodestar while your dogs were still out running? Because it wouldn't have mattered. The dogs and the lodestar together would have pulled in so many kills, I would have lost it anyways. So it just, it didn't really matter at that point. So definitely go ahead and use your score streaks in the right order, the order that you have them in. So in this case, I would use orbital, lodestar, and dogs, instead of orbital, wait until I have dogs, and then use lodestar after the dogs. It's kind of, sounds kind of complicated maybe, but it's just really simple, basic kind of stuff. And people often ask me in my streams and in my videos, what is the best score streak to run? And I would have to say orbital. Orbital is just so good for, if you want a lot of gun kills, it's obviously good for that. If you just want to rack up a lot of kills overall and help you to get other score streaks, as I said, the orbital is very good in that department. So I would say the orbital is the best one, and the second best one is the lodestar. The lodestar, if you don't know for some reason, the orbital, or not the orbital, the lodestar is a Reaper on steroids. It shoots super fast, it's super accurate, and the blast radius of each missile is huge. So in game types such as Demolition, you will pick up a lot of kills. And yeah, the next question is, of course, so Orb, what are, you know, what are the most ideal score streaks to run? As I said, orbital is a great one. Lodestar is also a good one, but what about the highest one? Because lodestar and orbital works on all maps pretty much. But how about, you know, the next one? How about, you know, do you want the VTOL gunship? Do you want the dogs or the swarm? Personally, I think the swarm is really bad. If people people camp inside, swarm can't do anything about them. And also, I feel like whenever I have swarm out, like regardless of the map, I don't get that many kills. I feel like I rack up a lot more kills with the dogs. And so that's just a personal preference of mine. So I usually go with dogs if it's an open map, and if it's an open game mode. And what I mean by that is hardpoint, domination. If it's something like Demolition where it's a fixed spawn, you're way better off with running the gunship and of course the lodestar. They will just rack up a whole lot of kills. Now we're running Domination, and yeah, I'm playing with the dogs to sort of spread out a bit. But yeah, that's all I had to say about the score streaks. What do you think about the score streaks? What is the best score streak in the game? Please let me know in the comment section below, guys. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to rate it and also add it to your favorites if you really enjoyed it. And yeah, that has been everything, guys. So have an incredible day, and I will see you tomorrow. Later, guys. Bye.